Welcome back to the Breakpoint Tournament Expert Division qualifying round, hole number 6. Here we're going to be setting up for a cat bounce up shot using a luminary type ball. You can use a higher wind resistance ball, and you can also get away with the P4 ball if that's all you have. I do recommend using P5 side spin 2 plus, wind 3 plus. So a 5-2-4 ball is not bad. You can use 5-1-5 if you want to, but it's going to change the way the approach plays a little bit. So you'll have to tweak that if you're using 5-1-5 on the approach. We're playing with 8 topspin only. So Thor 6 plus, apoc 7 plus on this drive. And if you had to, you can probably use extra mile 9 as well. I didn't test extra mile 9, but you need 8 topspin or as close to 8 as you can get. I did play this with 7 topspin just to see. I was still able to reach the green. So if all you have is 7 topspin, you can still get there. What I would just tell you is add a little bit more OP on the drive. Try and push it a little bit further. The further you are down, the better the approach shot becomes, and it gives you a better chance at dropping the albatross. That being said, P3 plus 10 max, 8 top spin only, no side spin. If you're using a Thor's hammer, you're going to set up at the top of the plus 13, right? With spin added, you want to be at the top of the plus 13, and you want to have your ball guide kind of going down the center of the fairway, the opposite, the long fairway, maybe just left of center. Adjust P310 max, no push up, and then play just before circle drop overpower. If you're playing this with an apoc, add your spins, and you're going to start at the top of the plus 5. So it's the same thing. The only difference is if you're using an apoc, you'll be starting at the top of the plus 5. Thor's hammers will start at the top of the plus 13. And again, if you have only, say apoc 6, and you only got 7 top spin or whatever, I know Thor 6 has a little less than 8 top spin. You can add there is room to add a little bit of OP on this drive if you need to. All right, 405 ish is what we're looking for on the drive. Anywhere in that vicinity will give you a good shot at this approach. So on a perfect drive, I've been using a spin set of 4 backspin, 2 left spin. That's what I'm going to add here. The adjustment for the approach is P5 plus 10% at slider. And so off of a perfect drive, you're going to see here that I offset this just short of the cup and pointing at the right edge of the cup. Just at the right edge. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to miss it exactly where I'm aiming. Right? So I missed this one just barely to the right. So if you had a perfect drive and you're using 4 backspin, 2 left spin, you'll need to have the ball guide just about a cup short like you see here. But don't aim it at the right edge. Aim it just left of center. That's where you want the tip pointing. So just left of the flagstick. With this, with a perfect drive, with winds around this speed or strength. So we got a 7.3 wind. I'm sitting at the plus 17. I'm gonna miss this one just barely to the right. So had I set this one up where I was kind of aiming center cup or maybe even just a little bit left of center cup, I would have dropped this one in the hole. With that being said, don't get caught up on your backspin, your 4 back, 2 left, because it's more important that your first bounce kind of lands in the same area that I'm setting up. If you set up with your first bounce lower, further away from the hole, or further right of where I'm setting up, then you get a different bounce towards the hole. It kicks the ball to the right. So just be careful. Practice this one once or twice. It's an easy eagle with a really good chance at an albatross. You know, don't get caught up on your spins. The first bounce is most important. Try and put that first bounce around the same area that I was here, and then spin it to where you're just before the cup and aim just slightly left of center, and you ought to have a real good chance at dropping the albatross. So plus yards for the cat, I'll go over those quickly. Plus 10 is 74, 1176, 1278, 1380, 1482, 1584, 1686, 1788, 18 is 90, 1992, plus 20 is 94, plus 21, 96, plus 22 is 98, plus 23 is 100, right? So it's 2% per, okay? Starting at the plus 10 is 74, 2% plus or minus. Got it? Good luck. Hope you get the drop, and we'll see you on the next hole.